that plug talk. They want that plug talk. Tell them I know. They want that plug talk. They want that plug talk. Tell them I know. They want that plug talk. They want that plug talk. Tell them I know. They want that plug talk. They want that plug talk. Tell them I know.
Hey guys, your Radio Diva April Letts.
And your boy Drew Down.
It's your boy Tony Davis.
Hey.
Welcome back for the second episode, y'all.
Okay.
We back, man. Part 2.
Man,
Back like a shirt tag.
yeah. We
I
ready to
hate
turn
shirt
up.
tags.
They be so itchy, don't they?
I know, right?
Man, it's crazy.
We back, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in, man, to your plug on everything, man. Your plug on finance, your plug on business, your plug on relationships. We the connect, man. We the plug, man. Stay plugged in. We got some amazing topics on this second episode, and we're going to get to it, man. I don't really want to waste too much time, man, because this is a big topic. It's going crazy.
For sure.
And we got a lot to talk about, man. So the plug is never be afraid to stand up for what you believe in.
Yes.
Okay.
Never be afraid to stand up for what you believe in. Like, whatever that is, like, it may, cause you little discomfort, may hurt your pockets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's what you believe in, man, you got to be willing to stand for that.
Absolutely.
Stand
for something to fall for. What is it?
There you go.
If you don't stand for something, you'll
You'll
fall for anything. Yeah.
We ain't trying to fall around here.
So, just to present, I guess, an example, you know what I'm saying? For instance, let's talk sports. You know what I'm saying? Me and Tony, we watch football, right?
All day.
I'm sure everybody else watch football. And if you don't watch football,
Me.
I'm pretty sure. If you don't watch football,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you heard about that Colin Kaepernick situation where he pretty much didn't acknowledge the anthem?
The national
Yeah,
anthem.
the national anthem. Yeah.
And that caused like strife amongst everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was his right. His
Right.
given
He was
right,
standing
you know what I'm
up for what he believed in. And that's right there. It was something that he didn't believe in.
Exactly.
That's what society put in front of you. Like, oh, you have to do this. You got to believe in that. But I mean,
Right.
hey, in this day and time,
Right, exactly.
Now we could discuss that versus Cam Newton's.
Yeah, and I want to say this, man. I was extremely disappointed in Cam Newton.
Oh yeah.
Because I rolled for Cam Newton last year. Like, when everybody was against Cam Newton, of course, I'm a Cowboys fan. But Super Bowl time, it was like,
Boo.
it was, you was either on Peyton Manning's side or you was
Right.
on Cam Newton's side. And I just felt like Cam Newton got a lot of unjust, like, dirt on his name because he was black. And he said that, because I'm a black quarterback, it makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
Right.
So, and he was dabbing. So I was riding for Cam. I'm like, man, they just, I'm riding for Cam. He the MVP. Everybody I know who didn't have a horse in that race or who wasn't a Bronco fan, they rolled for Cam Newton.
Yeah, yeah.
And when it came down for him to stand up for the same people who stood up for him, he wasn't there. He backtrack, side pedal, and I think it came from all the backlash he got from last year.
Okay.
Some people, and a lot of them being like sports or entertainment or a public eye, they have a need to be liked. You got to think, he probably been a star football player since he was like Pee-wee or whatever. Yeah, so when him hitting the Super Bowl and hitting that main stage and having that many people against him, I think he was like, nah, this ain't what I wanted. Like, I'm Cam Newton. I want to be the love. So he didn't want to tackle it no more. He was like, oh, it's not about race and if it's only 1/8 of an inch on your skin. I was just like, really, dog? Like,
so he
really
basically
gonna come with
gave
them
up
facts.
and dropped the ball.
he basically like jumped on a whole other side of like,
Wow.
he ain't really, he don't understand why we're all the same. And
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so he
See,
tried
I
to
was
come
trying to
from
play
that.
catch up in my head. So
Yeah.
now I get it.
Yeah.
yeah.
He didn't come full on with it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Represent.
anybody
Shoot,
else.
Yeah.
that's what a lot of boys now represent.
Yeah,
Stand
for
up for
sure.
what you believe in and stand up for who you are. Like,
Exactly.
Now I got a question for both of y'all though. Like
Alright.
if you happen to have that same statute or was in that same position, would it be easier on you to discuss current
No,
topics
it's-
like that, or would it come much easier?
It's-
Would it be harder or easier is what I'm asking.
It's harder and it's easier. And it's like this. It's harder because it affects him greatly. So Cam Newton being an MVP, the face of the NFL, if he makes someone mad, he's going to potentially lose a multi-million-dollar endorsement.
Right.
So in
but
that
who he
sense,
gonna lose that endorsement by? That what color are they?
usually white.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So that, you know what I'm saying?
It's
So
like a lose-lose.
It's a lose-lose and a win-win, quote unquote, but not even a win because you're losing who you are. So
Exactly.
So it's when you say yes, it's easier. I would say because of the platform, because it's bigger and you can reach a mass audience and you can touch many people.
Right.
And then no, because you are fearful because we are so attached to these other resources, and so that's why you have to do stuff like this. So we, as you know, our people, black people, I would just say, we can come up with different resources and stuff for our own self. So we don't have to be scared to lose out on a deal from, I don't know, whoever owns, let's just say Coca-Cola. I'm sorry if it's a black person, but I don't think it is.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we are
Right.
fearful of that. And that right there is the reason why he probably did what he did.
And when I say it's easier for him, it's like you already got, I think Cam Newton's last deal was like $50 million. Mm-hmm. So it's easier for you because even if you lose that, you good. Mm. Whereas if John that works at the post office, if he does something, he ain't got that nest egg.
Heck no.
But,
so he like a yes-a master.
Right. But those people be the ones that's, you know, sticking their neck out.
Yeah,
I mean, even if you compare it to Colin Kaepernick still got millions, but he don't got Cam Newton money. So him losing, and he's not even a starter. So that can potentially have teams tell him you're a distraction. So we don't want you in our locker room. He could potentially lose his NFL career. He already been demoted. Mm-hmm. So the risk for Colin Kaepernick was way higher. Okay. If Cam Newton make you mad, he's still the MVP of the league. You're going to be like, oh, Cam, like, but we got to deal with you. Colin Kaepernick make you mad. You already second string. We don't want you.
Yeah, for sure. Man, but so that's pretty much what it all boils down to. You know what I'm saying? If something is like currently going on and affecting everybody, it's either do you want to make yourself happy, do you want to make these group of people happy, or do you want to make these people that's signing that check happy?
Right. And it's one piece of that. When I was looking at this before, I looked at I listened to a piece on Dr. Umar Johnson. Mm-hmm. He was doing something with David Banner, and I think it was David Banner that actually said it. He was saying that black people always hooping and hollering about like they want people to stand for them, mm-hmm. but in turn they don't really support the people that stand for them. So, and I was already thinking about this, and then it made me stop and think. Another thing he said was that Martin Luther King and Malcolm X died like next to broke. Like their family wasn't great. Like they still probably working or whatever. Like they're not as they should. And he was like, you know, if every black person just gave $1 to their estate to make sure that they straight. But he was like, that's the reason why the King family are like fighting over like memorabilia and stuff like that. And he was like, you know, that was, and I really had to take that into consideration and really acknowledge it though. Mm-hmm. Because it's easy to kind of bash Cam Newton, and I am still bashing him because I still think he should have. But then on the flip side, because Cam could have still done it, but as a whole, I think we as a people, we got to start lifting our own people up. Like, look, bro, you lost that endorsement. We going to ride for you even harder. We going to buy more tickets. We going to do this. We going to buy more merch. Or you did that for us. We gonna make sure your family all right. We gonna donate to that. Because if not, then you asking people to go lay out on a cross for you, and then when they
for nothing, really.
When they done with
you done with them.
You done with them,
and that's not cool.
Yeah.
But that is how you find who you are and your characteristics that make you, you know, that person.
Yeah.
So it's going to make you uncomfortable. Like you said, you're going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to feel like the whole world is staring at you. But you just got to go for it. You just got to do it.
Yeah, because I would hate to be the guy that don't.
Right. And don't lose your integrity. Like, don't sit up there with your mouth closed when you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you're going to feel guilty.
It's going to kill you. It's going to kill you in 3 to 5 years. Because Colin Kaepernick is etched in stone. Mm-hmm. Right? No matter what happens after this, he's still going to be remembered for the guy that actually sparked the movement, that had Seattle locking arms, that we've been talking about. I mean, his initial protest was maybe, 3-4 weeks ago?
Probably even longer than that.
So we 5 weeks in the season. So maybe 5 weeks into the season. Or was it preseason when he did it? It might have been preseason. Yeah,
but it didn't died over by now. But you know what I'm saying? People are still, like you said, people are still protesting now.
Yeah, that conversation. You know, I mean, so he's etched in stone. So for Cam Newton, let's say you go on and have a great year, or even not so great year, people gonna look and say, man, you was the MVP and you got on TV and said that we're all the same, and you spoke about black on black violence instead of just literally just taking the stands and saying, and I'm sidetracking because we're gonna go on to the next topic, but he said, I can't say he wrong, I can't say he right. That's what really made me mad. Cam Newton said, I can't say he wrong. How can you not say the man? I mean, that was just too tiptoeing. Yeah. But then a couple years from now, he don't look himself in the mirror and be like, man, I could have just said this.
Yeah, and then you know what? He's scared because he doesn't know like the unknown, but that's the beauty of life, because every single day, every choice that you make is an unknown, and it could have turned out in his favor. And if you believe with your heart and your mind and your soul, like, you're going to be good.
Exactly.
So, look.
As a woman, if your man comes home and he tell you, like, hey, this going home at work, and then he say, but I don't do nothing, what do you say? Like, how do you tell your man that?
If he says something's going on at work and I know
or something is just going on that he can stand up and take a stand on, but he's like, but I don't want to. Because
of so and so. Well, number one, we're going to get down on our knees and we're going to pray about it. Like, that's number one.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, obviously, I'm just going to go ahead and nurture him with those affirmations and let him know that it's going to be okay. And whatever outcome is going to be, like, I got his back, God's got his back. So he's going to be good. I mean, I definitely want anybody in my circle to know that they can stand up for what they believe in. They can use their voice. That's why we have a voice, whether you're black or white, orange, gray, or whatever. That's why you have a voice. So,
plug. Let's recap on the plugs that we hit y'all with today, man. Definitely never be afraid to stand up for what you believe in.
Absolutely not. You got to have that bravery, courage, and, just self-awareness.
Even if it costs you $1 million endorsement deal money. Stand up
Whatever
for what you
it costs
believe
you, man. Stand up, man. Man up, man. I can always respect somebody to stand up. And it always works out in the end. If you're standing up for what you believe in and what you believe in is right, even if you lose $1 million a day, you might gain 5 on the back end. I believe in that.
They want that plug talk, they want that plug talk, tell them I know. They want that plug talk, they want that plug talk, tell them I know. They want that plug talk, they want that plug talk, tell them I know. They want that plug talk, they want that plug talk, tell them I know.